today we're looking at my $20,000 slab collection. I've got slabs in here, I've got slabs on the shelf, but I'm gonna be showing y'all all the ones that I have in my personal collection after about 3 years of collecting. But without further ado, let's get into it, starting off with my most expensive slab, and I believe the most expensive thing I have in my entire collection is this PSA 10 Poncho Pikachu Shiny Rayquaza. I do have it in this Ghost Phantom display. I think that's what it's called. And I really like the Phantom displays. They're really cool. Not sponsored, just a fan of their products. But yeah, this card is really, really freaking expensive. This card is more expensive than my first car was. And this thing definitely 100% holds a special place in my heart. I dedicated an entire video to this slab, just talking about my journey and like my story with YouTube and how like getting this slab was possible whatsoever. Because if you told me owning this card 2 years ago is possible, I would have thought that's the biggest BS ever. The Super Booster God Packs have officially restocked on shinyvert.com and are probably selling out as y'all are listening to this. This will be the last drop of the Super Booster God Packs before Christmas, so make sure y'all go get them ASAP. People send in pictures of pulling blues, reds, golds, all that good stuff, and I freaking absolutely love seeing the pictures because I put in tons and tons of work to making these things, and I put in even more work to get this freaking restock out before Christmas for y'all. It's been a lot of late nights. Tonight's gonna be a late night. But what makes these different from everybody else's is that you get God Packs inside every single one. So even at the lowest level, if you pull the minimum, you get a green pack with a V God Pack. So at least you're getting 5 guaranteed V cards. But then on top of that, if you pull the 1 in 5 red, you get the better pack with X, Y, and Sun and Moon, plus an EX God Pack. Then the step up, if you get the 1 in 10 blue, you get a black and white pack plus an ultra rare God Pack. And lastly, if you're super lucky and you get the gold pack, well, you get a vintage pack right off the bat, but then on top of that, you get a full art God Pack, which is $25 alone. I appreciate all the support on the Super Booster God Packs. Go shop them, shinyvert.com. They're gonna sell out fast. Up next, we have this one. So these are some more recent slabs that I'm gonna start off with. This one actually came from a Danny Phantom mystery pack. Pulled this out of a first edition vintage pack that I got from his mystery pack. So big shout out and thanks to Danny. And I graded it and got the freaking 10 on it. So huge W there. This was in our super recent submission video. Yes, I did want to keep this card. So when I drop those like huge submission videos, if there's like a card I really like this one had like 2 swirls on it, like, you know, sometimes I might have to take a money loss there and just keep the card in my personal collection. That is why I kept this hentai, but I really liked this one. Then we have this Van Gogh Pikachu. I am keeping one of these for myself. I ended up getting like 3 or 4 back, but I just wanted to keep the one. I think the price on this thing is absolutely ridiculous, and all the fuss and the fighting and everything else that happened is absolutely ridiculous, but I personally do like the card. I think the card is really cool, and I am super happy to get that in a 10. We have all the Nagabas. Like, this is so cool, y'all. This is like my favorite thing about collecting. I know some people feel a certain type of way about slabs and the grading companies, and yes, all of them have problems. This was a really, really freaking cool submission. We got the sequentials. So if you don't know what sequential is, it means that I submitted these cards like in order of Eevee, Vaporeon, so they come back in that order on the card, and it's literally in order that they all got 10s, which is freaking awesome. But it also goes to show that Japanese is a lot easier to grade. If you try to get sequentials on this many cards with English, it's going to be very, very freaking hard to do. But these Nagabas, absolutely beautiful cards. And yeah, this is one, honestly, this is one of my favorite pieces in my collection, just because of the sequentials. I think makes it like 1,000 times cooler. All right, now we're gonna get into some Charizard, and we'll start off with this Mystic 7 signed Charizard. I know I recently did the videos on Mystic. I know Mystic has been getting some hate recently, but before I ever started doing YouTube, I watched Mystic a ton. I really enjoyed his Pokemon Go content. That was way before the Rips channel was even started. So when I saw him at Card Party, I'm not gonna lie, I was starstruck, okay? It was cool to freaking see him there. I bought a super expensive slab, and he happened to walk by like right when I was buying this thing. This is like the only thing I bought at Card Party, so I'm like, dude, I gotta get him to sign it. Like, it just meant a lot to me. So you know I did the recent videos on him and stuff, but it doesn't take away the fact that I did enjoy his Pokemon Go content. So I still really like this Slab. I mean, I love this card. I love this card so much. I have to get the other CD promos of the Venusaur and Blastoise. Honestly, I'm probably going to wait to Card Party 2, and I'm going to try to pick up the Blastoise and the Venusaur in a 10 there. Just to like complete the whole set as like a card party thing. I just think it would make it more special. So there are some cards I like to hang on to that I think are personally good investments. And I think the Shining Fates Shiny Charizard is a very, very good investment, just for the sheer fact it's a shiny Charizard. So I have one of these in a 10, but not just one, not just two, not just three, but I do have 4 of these in a PSA 10, which might be overkill, but I really like the card too. I mean, I think it looks like it's a fantastic artwork. You've got freaking Thicksome Summer Ray Charizard on there. As y'all are going to see as we go through my collection, I'm definitely a PSA 10 fan. I do have some slabs that aren't 10s. Like, not everything has to be a 10. That's just personally what I like. I like to feel like my card is perfect. You know what I mean? This one, I definitely feel very strong about this as an investment card. This is not investment advice, y'all. I'm just giving y'all my personal take on it. But the Celebrations Charizard, I think, is going to be a card that could like just go off in the future. I mean, we've seen what Generations has done, and so when you've got like a freaking base set looking Charizard with the Celebration stamp on there, yeah, I mean, I personally think this thing could go up a ton. So again, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 of these as well. And like, I don't think I need any more than that, but just, I don't know. It's just one of those things that like, it's a beautiful card. Again, I'm not the biggest Charizard fan in the world, but I do like Charizard cards. We've got a Japanese Charizard. This thing just looks like the Japanese version of this card has so much detail on it. It's just absolutely beautiful. Like, you can see when the light hits this fire right here, it looks so good. That Venusaur in the back. There's like some background story with like Golurk and stuff just messed up the woods here. Really cool card. This one, so slept on. I think this is going to be one of the best investment cards from Sword and Shield era. And I love this card, man. Out of like the past like 5 years of Charizard cards releases, this is my favorite one. I probably am biased because I like alternate arts, but I love this card, man. You got Venusaur on it, you got Charizard, they're having a battle, you've got this sick background, it looks like dark. I love this card. I love this card so much, and at the end of the day, it's a Charizard and alternate art. I do think it's a good investment. So I got 1, 2, I've got 2 of those right here. Ugh. Yeah, Rainbow Charizard. Gold EX Charizard. Honestly, I don't really like the whole Princess Charizard thing, but again, there are pieces that I like to keep in my collection if I think it's a good investment, and I do. I think this one's a strong investment card. I love this card so much, and the yellow borders like this on the tag teams, I just think they look so good, especially like in the PSA casing. The Mega Charizard EX from Evolutions, absolutely beautiful card. The texture on this card goes crazy. I like textured cards a lot. That's why like illustration rares, some of them from like Scarlet and Violet era, I'm a little iffy on because I do like texture a lot. I think it makes the cards look insane. Radiant Charizard in a 10 from Crown Zenith. The Alakazam EX 151. This is literally the first PSA 10 in the world. Like, that's the coolest thing. This is one of my favorite pieces in my collection as well. I pulled this before 151 came out, sent it on PSA's fast shipping, and then you can check on PSA's website because they said my grade was finished, like they had completed grading it. And I saw that mine got the 10, so I went to PSA's website and I checked the population report, and there was only 110 in the world. So this is literally the first Alakazam EX PSA 10 in the world, which is, you know, it's not like, it's just something for myself to know. It's not like there's any special label on this showing that it's the first one in the world. It's just more of a personal thing, but that's like the freaking coolest thing ever. All right, then we got this Pikachu EX from the Worlds deck, and I really love this stamp down here, the World Championship 2023 stamp. I couldn't go to Tokyo this year. I really wanted to for Worlds. It's just really expensive. I think the flight was like $4,000 something. I really wanted to go, but it was just too expensive. So this was the treat. I bought the product, opened the card up out of it, and sent it hoping for a 10, and we got it. Oh, I think we're getting into some Pikachu goodness.
Vertmas Day freaking...
What day is it? Vertmas Day 16 is here, and it's time to do our tree giveaway. We have been on a hot streak with the tree giveaways lately, between pulling blues and reds and even getting tons of hits out of the freaking green packs between Magikarp and then the Sharpedo from it. Tons of heaters coming off the tree, but we still haven't found the gold pack, and we now have a 1 in 10 chance. Ladies and gentlemen, it's today the day. There's one back here. We're gonna choose this one. So I found me a new thing. I'm not as lost as you think. Got plenty queens in my hotel. All they need is drinking that day. What's wrong with me, bro? The winner of today's super booster god pack that did just restock on shinyvert.com, and they're gonna be sold out before today is over, probably. But the winner of today's pack is this person right here. Congratulations. Do we get the freaking gold today, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. I'm doing the daily uploads. This series is called Vertmas. We're uploading until Christmas Day when I'm opening the packages y'all send me. It's like the last chance. If y'all want to send something, you don't have to. Don't feel pressure at all. If you do, it can be anything, but I'll put the address on screen. And for the last video of this series, I'll be opening the stuff y'all send me. We have 7 things under the tree already, which is way more than I thought we were gonna get. So thank y'all so much. But let's see, is today the freaking day? Do we pull the gold, or at least a red, or the other blue? There is still a blue on the tree. God dang it, I'm sorry. All that build up for a freaking green pack. We have been pulling heat from the greens though, so let's see if we can pull some more heat. Oh, Paldea evolved. We did get that Magikarp from Paldea. Man, the odds on the tree, dude, the last few episodes of this thing is gonna be absolutely insane. All right, let's see it happen. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Well, ain't that some shit? To join the giveaway for tomorrow's tree opening, drop a like on this video, comment and tell me your favorite episode of Vertmas so far, and be subscribed with the bell turned on, and you will be entered to win. And y'all, I'm so sorry that I haven't been responding to a lot of comments, but I do read them, I promise. And it's very, very appreciated. All right, back to the video. Some Pikachu, all that good stuff. This card is absolutely freaking beautiful. I bought this from my boy Elliot in a CGC slab, and fuck CGC, man. Not a fan of CGC. So it was a CGC 9.5, I think, and we got the PSA 10 on it, and this card is gorgeous. The holo goes insane on it. Another really pretty PSA 10 Pichu right here. I love these cards where, you know, I like texture, but when we're talking about older cards, like there's some holo patterns that are just insane. This is one of them. Really wish this guy had a swirl on it, because especially with this foil pattern, sometimes you get some giant swirls in there, and I'm definitely like a collector that likes the swirls. All right, now we got a Mewtwo EX. I want more Mewtwo 10s. I don't have a lot of Mewtwo 10s. Mewtwo, obviously my boy. And if y'all become a member on the channel, we just unlocked memberships. I already see some of y'all getting it, and you get the freaking Mewtwo by your name in the comments, which is fire. And thank y'all so much for becoming a member, man. I've fought to get those stupid memberships forever, and I finally got them. This card right here actually is a meaningful but embarrassing story. I just went into Target, bought a pack to record a random short, and pulled this in the parking lot, and then I had a really cringy reaction, and we got in the car after, and I was telling the person I was with, and I was like, I'm really embarrassed. Like, why did I got like really loud in the parking lot, and it was just super cringe. Oh my god, silver. Dude, no freaking way. This card 100% has my favorite story probably out of any card in my collection. I was doing a video at Universal Studios in Florida, and the video was opening packs on rides in the park. So I had a bunch of Crown Zenith packs, and then that I was recording like sideways for a long video, but I also wanted to do a short there. And like literally one of my favorite places on earth is the Harry Potter castle at Universal. It probably sounds stupid, but that place is beautiful. If you've ever been, like, it looks amazing. If you're a fan of the Harry Potter movies and you haven't been there, you have to go. It's really well done, I think so, the park. And yeah, so I set up my camera in front of the castle and opened, I think it was my last pack of Crown Zenith. And I was like, I really need to get a hit out of this so I can at least get a short. This was my #1 chase card at the time. Pulled it out of that pack.
No!
But then on top of that, this video is probably going to be long because I'm telling stories and stuff. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Drop a like if you do. I didn't have any sleeves or anything with me. I'm like, what the heck, dude? So I always have a phone case like this. Took the phone case off and then I put the card in the back of my, well, I had a stack of cards, right? I put like 4 cards over and like 6 cards under it, whatever. And then I slapped them in between my phone and the case, and I put the case back on my phone. So anyways, it's super hot in the park and we're walking around all day like that. The Giratina is just chilling in the back of my phone case, and we get back to the hotel and I take the cards out. I go to like, you know, like wave the cards out, like to get the Giratina out. The Giratina is stuck to, it was on a code card and it was stuck to it. And I think from the heat, and I'm freaking out. I think it's going to tear the like Giratina off. Like if I pull these cards apart, I mean, at that point, there's nothing else I could do. But I took them off. Everything seemed fine. It like came right off, didn't tear or anything. Sent it to PSA and it got the 10. So it's like my favorite story about any card I have. Also got the Dialga V-Star, the gold, in a PSA 10, and the Palkia in a PSA 10. I'm missing the Arceus, I believe. And I actually have one. It's just in my master set binder, so I want to pull another one so I can send that off. All right, now we're getting into some celebrations card. Probably my favorite gold card of all time is this shiny Mew. I've pulled a lot of these things, man. I've gotten a lot of 10s. I think this is the only one I've kept in my personal slab collection, but I've probably gotten like 8 PSA 10s of the shiny Mew back. We've got a birthday Pikachu in a PSA 10 and the Umbreon Gold Star in a PSA 10. This one's freaking gorgeous. Then we got the Miriam PSA 10. I pulled this at Card Party. The Arceus V-Star, a metal card. Opened the UPC. Finally got a 10 on a metal card. I feel like it's really hard to get 10s on the metal cards. We've got this Zapdos PSA 9. Hot Hands sent me a freaking giant mystery box, and we pulled this out of the last pack of the mystery box, so this one's really special to me, and this card is freaking beautiful. Zapdos is my favorite of the 3 birds. Delmise V, shout out Elliot again. He sent me this for my birthday last year. I believe it was last year. He sent me like this card and a cigar or something. Really freaking cool. Really good guy. We got a PSA 9 Goudreau from Lost Origin. Extremely miscut. I think this was like the first miscut card I ever got. I should have cut this thing with scissors and just sent it to CGC because they don't know what an error card is. Then we have a PSA 1 Gengar. It was either Hot Hands or Clutch sent me this for one of my live streams, like 50K or 100K live stream. Sent it off to PSA, and this is my first ever PSA 1, but this, I mean, this Gengar is freaking beautiful. I love this card. I do have a few CGC slabs, as much as I hate them. This is before everything happened. We have a CGC 10 Arceus V. This is also before they went to their shit labels and when they had subgrades. But perfect 10s. I think this is the only card I've ever submitted, and I was submitting hundreds of cards at that time. I think this is the only one that I ever got perfect 10s on, and this was a personal pull from Brilliant Stars. Like, I pulled this card myself, so this is a special card. I may try to switch this out for a black label with Beckett. Then we've got the Shadow Rider Calyrex V, another 10, only missed it by 1. So this could potentially, yeah, the centering's pretty off. Honestly, surprising that it even got a 9.5. Golden Articuno, again, 1 off right there. We've got another off-centered card. I had kept this because it was an error card, but literally CGC error cards mean absolutely nothing to me now, so I don't even know why I still have that card. Same thing right here. I didn't even know I still had these cards, to be honest. I haven't looked through my entire slab collection in a long time. That's half the reason I've been so excited to do this video. We've got obviously the infamous miscut card right here. Cut this with scissors. CGC labeled it an error. Y'all know the story. And the Charizard as well. My God. I did it with 3 or 4 different cards, and somebody won one in a giveaway. Only one of those ever went out, and I still get DMs to this day asking people asking, am I selling those cards? I'm not. All right, and now we're getting into something I've been working on for a super long time. Will still be working on for a super long time. I'm trying to collect all of the alternate arts in PSA PSA 10s. So we'll start off with a banger. We got the freaking Umbreon VMAX in a PSA 10. I do have a second one of these somewhere, but this one was personally pulled. Sent it to Beckett first. Beckett sent this back in a cracked slab. That was a whole thing. So then I sent it to PSA, and this is, I believe, the first card I ever graded with PSA was the Umbreon VMAX, and it got a 10. Then we've got this Sylveon VMAX in a 10. We're about to have some banger evolutions coming up. Another Sylveon VMAX in a 10. Espeon VMAX in a PSA 10. God, I love this one so much. Umbreon V in a PSA 10. This is insane. Some of these evolutions really go. So this one is like top tier. This is a top tier alternate art card right here. Glaceon V in a PSA 10. Honestly, I feel like this card is slept on. This is one of my favorite alt arts as well. I just love this card. It feels so Christmassy to me. And we do have a second one. Why did I write that on there? I guess sometimes I feel like I'm gonna forget the memories, and I just like write that on there just to like, so I can remember exactly when. But yeah, we pulled this one really recently, actually. Espeon V in the library from Evolving Skies. Sylveon V in the bakery. Man, when you really look at all these like back to back, you realize what a insane set that Evolving Skies really is. That like all of these cards except that Espeon are coming from Evolving Skies. It's actually crazy like how many beautiful alternate arts are in this set. It just sucks that the pull rates are just so like not freaking good. Duraludon VMAX from Evolving Skies. I've got a lot of the alt arts from Evo Skies, y'all. Medicham V, and if you're thinking I'm missing some of the evolution cards, I do think I have them all now. There's some on the shelf behind me that I'll pull down in a second here. We've got this Aerodactyl V from Lost Abyss. Absolutely beautiful card. Pulled this off camera. I still to this day have not pulled the Aerodactyl or the Tina from Lost Origin, and I opened like 5 packs of this set in Japanese and pulled this. Then I was recording a stupid short with this card, and I accidentally threw the slab and it chipped somewhere. Yeah, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but freaking chipped slab right here, so really stupid. We've got Galarian Berserker V in a PSA 10. I also want to say, y'all, that I do not keep my slab case at this house, so if you're gonna, you know, if you're freaking planning to rob me, this ain't gonna be here, okay? I'm just telling y'all that right now, because I do not keep these slabs on deck. This is too much freaking value in one box. Beautiful freaking cards though. In the future though, because y'all know I am planning to make another channel, I'm hoping to put something on the wall where I can at least display like, I don't know, maybe 9 slabs or something like that. This alternate art is freaking gorgeous, and like, so people always ask like, what do I plan to do with the slabs? So for one, I love them. I like keeping them in the collection. I do like displaying some of them. Like, you know, I have some on the shelves. Most of this, I would say like 75% of this, I plan to keep forever. I just like them. They're just like, this is my favorite part about collecting. I know a lot of people like their binders, and they, you know, they keep their prize cards in their binders and stuff, and that's just what makes them happy. For me personally, it's slabs, man. This is such a beautiful alternate art right here. So much detail, and if you've ever seen this card in person, the texture goes insane on this card. But there is a point where when I'm ready to, oh bang, right there, freaking Lugia V. We recently got this in one of our slab submissions. Honestly, this card's not my favorite. I like it. I like the Lugia V, but it's just not my favorite. I just think personally, I think they could have done better on the Lugia alternate art. I think I am gonna sell some of my slabs, definitely not all, and I don't want to sell any, but I've just put so much money into Pokemon that, you know, at some point I've got to be smart and make a grown-up decision. But I do think I will sell some of the slabs and hopefully use it as like a down payment on a house or something. That's, you know, far down the road in the future, but I've thought about it, and you know, this is like my prized possessions right here in my collection, but they do hold a lot of value, and I think that's the beauty of Pokemon. I recently did that video with a friend who sold off his entire collection, and he's doing the same thing. He plans to buy a house with it, and you know, maybe one day I'll get to that point where I'm able to sell some of these, but at the current moment, I'm not selling any. they just mean too much to me. And like, you know, even this video, being able to share some of this and some of the memories behind some of the, I haven't even told all the memories. Like some cards I've skipped over that have like insane memories with them. It's just, I don't know. It's just really cool. I pulled this at Card Party, so this is definitely meaningful. In a pack battle with somebody, actually. Can't remember if I pulled this one. This one I probably pulled at Card Party too. I opened a ton of Paldea. We gave over like 100 packs away at a Card Party of Paldea Evolved, and then myself, I think I ended up opening like 200 packs or something insane. We got Grusha, freaking baby mama right here. Know what I'm saying? Here's a card I keep on the shelf. We have the Iono. Not a huge fan of trainer cards, but I love Iono and I love this card. And I think I really like Iono because like in the Scarlet and Violet game, she's like a streamer or whatever, so it, you know, hits close to home. Then I've got a few more slabs from the shelf, which didn't used to be mine, but I've tried for months to give them to the person. They don't want them, so I guess these are mine now. Bruh, how did this get a 10? Look at that centering. That's insane. Technically, this isn't my card, but who knows? They also have a Lugia 10. So I do have a Lugia 10 myself now, but this is from their side. They have a PSA 9 Charizard. They have a PSA 10 Espeon, a PSA 9 Gengar that was pulled at the zoo. That was pretty cool. And a PSA 10 Charizard. So yeah, there's those. And last but not least, another Phantom display case of Slabby Patties. This one's really cool because it holds like 3, and then you get this big magnet thing that comes off the top. It's really nice. It's a really nice case. I think I do have all the evolutions from Evolving Skies. So there's the Glaceon VMAX in a 10, my second Umbreon VMAX in a 10. I actually would like to get a third one of these. I know that probably sounds stupid, but the goal is to put all 3 of the Umbreons in here. Lastly, the Leafeon VMAX in a 10. Yeah, that's my slab collection. I literally couldn't wait to share this video with y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. Go shop the Super Booster God Packs on shinyvert.com. Christmas sales are live. Almost everything on the website is on sale, so go to shinyvert.com. If y'all didn't see yesterday's video, you can watch it right here, or you can watch the whole Vertmas playlist up here, and I will see y'all in tomorrow's video. Peace.
Put 'em on the news, put 'em on the news.